So Arlecchino's drip marketing is finally here, and oh boy, it has already broken all records set by previous drip marketings. This is what we call real hype. It has already crossed 10 million impressions on Genshin's Japanese Twitter alone. As the entire community looks forward to Arlecchino's potential arrival as a playable character, a fairly reliable group called Team Mew has already revealed Arlecchino's kit details. She appears to be an amazing damage dealer and shares a few similarities with Hu Tao. But I'm sure y'all saw this coming, as they mentioned her as better version of Hu Tao in their previous leaks. The source has also shared her potential Constellations skills and abilities, which look pretty decent, so without further ado, let's get started. However, you should take everything with a grain of salt since these infos are early, and might change when the beta starts. Starting with her elemental skills. Arlecchino enters a stance after using her elemental skill. The source has not provided the name for this stance, so let's refer to it as Stance A. While she is in this form, she infuses her weapon with pyro, similar to Hu Tao. Additionally, Arlecchino loses a certain amount of HP and converts it into a new mechanic, similar to the Bond of Life. The new mechanic's name is also currently unknown, so let's refer to it as the Bond of Life-like effect. While Arlecchino is her Stance A and is losing HP due to the status effect, her attack and attack speed will increase based on the amount of HP lost. This effect will end when she leaves the field. Meanwhile, her elemental burst will supposedly clear the Bond of Life-like effect, and heal her while dealing AoE pyro damage to nearby enemies. This makes Arlecchino's kit similar to Hu Tao's but with a few minor differences. The rumors about her surpassing Hu Tao might likely be true. This could potentially make her the strongest pyro DPS unit in Genshin Impact. Moving on to her talents. Her first talent, when the Bond of Life-like effect is active, all the incoming damage will be converted to the Bond of Life-like mechanic. Her second talent is that, for each enemy Arlecchino hits, her pyro damage increases by a small amount up to a certain limit. The first talent passive will likely increase her attack and attack speed buff conversion rate, but it can only be activated after taking damage, which can be dangerous. Furthermore, assuming the second talent description is true, it would make her more powerful against multiple enemies. Now moving on to her constellations. Her first constellation, when the Bond of Life-like effect is active, Arlecchino's HP loss rate decreases, and the buff conversion rate increases. It can further help her gain more attack and attack speed buffs faster. There's no information about the second constellation, however. Her C3 increases basic attack talent level by +3, and her C4 helps with energy recharge and other buffs. Her C5 likely increases the elemental burst talent level by +3, and lastly her C6 increases crit rate and crit damage. I know that this description is very vague, but this is all we have got, and more concrete information will be out when the beta starts. They further said that, you don't need to give her a super healer that heals the on-field character, and this is why she doesn't work well with Bennett. A single instance of Bennett's healing is like 5k+, and he does it fast, so you can't stack with Arlecchino. What C1 does is increases stack speed and how much small instances of healing she can receive. She's basically a better version of Hu Tao. Pressing E will lock some of her health, and she can further deal damage and gain stacks. When she takes damage from enemies, she will gain some stacks, and they will be converted into beneficial stats. And if you heal her, her stacks will decrease, and you can only stack again after they're all gone. On a related note, according to Uncle K, Arlecchino's constellation shape is supposedly a Black Widow spider, but this does not match her icon on the Fatui wheel, so it is difficult to say how reliable this info is. This is all we have got for now, so that's it in this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.